Megyn Kelly shares some very interesting thoughts about Nick Fuentes. I mean, like, she really just, I mean, Nick Fuentes, let me just share the clip for y'all.
Okay, one quick point on that. There are people who listen to Nick Fuentes who are not actual bigots. And that is one of the interesting things about Dasha, who does listen. She's a Catholic convert who does listen to Fuentes and references Fuentes. You can actually learn a bit about the appeal that Fuentes has with some younger, non bigoted people, which, again, I don't listen to Fuentes. I'm not listening to America First.
Yes, you
It's
do.
just not
Yes, you do.
happening. But there are people who do, and they are worth understanding because they're looking for criticism. My theory is they're looking of some criticism of the MAGA movement from the right. And one of the only places they find it is in Fuentes.
That's such a good point. Like, it is more important right now to figure out why is he so popular than to just try to cancel anybody who is trying to figure it out. Right? Like, why don't we stop and consider the mission that they're on? Like, why is he so popular? Why? And I know, of course, our Jewish friends are like, he hates Jews. Like, that's all we need to know. But it's not all we need to know, because like, there is a growing number of disaffected young men in particular in America who are really deeply unhappy and have been told they're to blame for all of society's ills. And his message is resonating with them. He talks about more than Jews and blacks and women on his show. When he talks about those groups, it's not great. It's not great for any one of those three categories. I can attest to that. But it's not all he talks about. And so some of his stuff is compelling and it's very interesting, and he says it very well. He's a persuasive arguer. So I understand the perceived threat with him, but what we need to figure out is why. What is it about him? And I think from that standpoint, these interviews do have real value, because maybe there really is a need that needs to be filled by somebody for whom the price of admission is not so high, right? Like, you don't have to get through all of that bile in order to hear somebody say these other things. And I don't know, I'm sick and tired, though, of like the New York Times.
Is she insinuating that she's trying to replace Nick Fuentes?
I'm saying he's the new Charlie, like he's filling the void Charlie left. That's all bullshit. Like, no, he's not. Those two couldn't stand each other. Charlie was noble and beautiful and faith-based and a God-loving Christian. Nick Fuentes is not noble and he's not beautiful. He's angry. And I understand it. And I actually, like, I forgive him his anger. He's had like some bad things happen to him, and I get all that. I hope as he matures, he understands that it's not the right move to blame it on whole groups of people or condemn whole groups because you've been treated wrong, whether it's by a woman or a person of color or a Jewish person, whatever it is he's doing. Because he does have the shot, if he were able to somehow reform those other things, of being like a hugely consequential figure. And I don't know, he doesn't seem to have any interest for now in doing anything on those other fronts. He seems to really revel in alienating those groups and saying the most hateful things possible about them.
Chad, I really believe that Megyn Kelly doesn't really hate Nick Fuentes. She really just doesn't agree with the things that he says. I mean, if we take a look back at the things that Nick Fuentes says, it's not really that great. Like, we have to agree that Nick Fuentes has said some horrible things in the past. But we have to also look at it like this. Okay. Criticism is criticism. People criticize everybody, the blacks, the whites, Asians, Ethiopians, Somalians. But when it comes to Jewish people, it's like a no-no. And that's why I feel like Nick Fuentes does it to kind of get under their skin. And I feel like that's why he aligns himself with people like Kanye, Ye, as some people like to call him. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to replace Nick Fuentes. Why? Because Nick Fuentes is unique. His message is very simple: America first. And a lot of people, especially the government, does not get that. And that's why he criticizes the government so much. I mean, to just say that Nick Fuentes will change, it means that the government will also do their job. Unless he gets paid and he becomes like a up and shit like that. It's very simple, man. A lot of people feel how Nick Fuentes feel. Simple. The government is pretty much sending all our money over to Israel, blah, blah, blah. That's it. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people just want to see the government stand up to Israel and tell them no for once, or tell them this is how we're going to do things for once, instead of just following along and agreeing to everything and being a yes man type of thing. Nick Fuentes is not going to be replaced. It doesn't matter what they make the next Fuentes look like. If he's white, black, Asian, it does not matter. It does not matter what his message is. Nick Fuentes, they cannot replace him. Why? It's very simple. Like I said, his message is simple. America first. A lot of people don't get it, but the American people get it, and that's why they like him. That's why they follow him. You know, the claims, the stuff that he has said in the past, a lot of people don't have the balls to say it. That's why the American people love him. Another reason why. Okay, now Chad, like, it's very simple. Like I said, the people of America are tired, and now they're just basically listening and going with anybody that's willing to just stand up and criticize, or stand up and speak up and just say what's wrong with the country. You know, a lot of people nowadays, they're scared to lose their channel, they're scared to lose their job, they're scared to lose their friends or whatever. Nick Fuentes doesn't care about any of that. And that's another reason why he's loved by the public. Anyway, I appreciate y'all checking out the video. I want y'all to let me know y'all thoughts in the comments about why the people of America like Nick Fuentes, or what you guys think Nick Fuentes' message is, and why he cannot be replaced. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel on these topics. Please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Drop a subscribe, like, follow. We'll be back with some more. I'm out, chat. Have a good night. It's currently 5 a.m. right now. I'm out.